All right, guys. Welcome to Royalty Workshop, and we're in for an amazing night. We've got Magic Mike Thoars. Been in the Herbalife business for a very. How long have you been in the business, Mike?
Yeah, very long time.
25? I'm going to go with 25. 25-ish years. Millionaire team member, Millionaire 7-5 member, actually. We got pinned on stage together for that pin. That was something special. And one of the true legends of Herbalife, both in achievement and personality as well. Don't know anyone that doesn't get along with Mike. Very famous in Herbalife Australia, and he's got, more importantly for us, he's got years of experience in generating royalty, and he's seen it all come and go, and probably come back again, just like fashion trends in Herbalife. And I can't wait to hear what he's got to share with us. I've heard him train so many times, and it's always one of those ones where you get a sore wrist from writing the notes. So, mate, over to you. I don't want to steal any more of your time. Thank you so much for being on the call to start with, and I'll just mute us just to save on the noise. But, mate, rip in. Good to have you.
Fantastic, and thanks for the very embellished introduction, Magic. Guys, just so you know, I'm just an average bloke. Yeah, I've been around a long time. I wasn't fast. You know, I had my hurdles, jumped the hurdle, had my challenges like everybody else. But I did one thing: I just never quit. You know, I took a few things on board, and that was one of them. So, guys, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to share my story and wrap in some of the things I did. Some of the things I did well, some of the things I did wrong, some of the things I probably would change again. You know, people say I'd never change. If I had my life again, I'd never change a thing. I'd change a swag of things in my life, because I know there's so many, you know, probably people I've hurt and things I've done wrong, you know, so you'd like to go back and rectify those things. So I'm really just an average type of bloke. But here's what I did bring when I came to Herbalife. I bought Mike Thoars. And so what I'm showing here on the screen to start with is, yeah, I've been around Herbalife. I'm a third timer in Herbalife, and the last time I joined, since then, I've been in 27 years. So I've actually been using the nutrition for over 30 years. So I can tell you what the products are like long term, and it's absolutely fantastic if you stay on them. But I put this picture on to show that I just bring who I am. You know, there's a picture of me out there bushwalking, running a marathon, playing touch footy, out fishing. You know, I got a stubby in my hand, so I must be fishing. I got my daughter under one arm and my partner Vicky under the other. And, you know, I've had some great experiences. You know, I met Samantha Clayton, Style Bell at his fit club, and, you know, lots of other things, you know. So, you know, I just put that up there to show that you can just bring who you are into this business. You don't have to be someone else. You don't have to, certainly learn from other people, but just be yourself. So, guys, you know, this is going to be pretty basic because our business is pretty basic. So, you know, our community goal is building healthy and active communities. And we do that using our philosophy of 80% nutrition, 20% exercise, 100% mindset, you know, helping people get in the best shape of their lives for life. And as it says there, getting them to make those small changes that have not necessarily big results, but sustainable results. You know, the result is big over time. It can be little tiny things over time that adds up. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my Herbalife journey, a little bit about our business, some of the simple concepts if you want to build a really solid business. We're going to talk about that ugly four-letter word called work, and making sure that you're heading for your goals. You know, so it's really important that you know you can use Herbalife as a vehicle to achieve what you want in your life, as well as help the Herbalife mission. So you can do both, guys, and enjoy both. So, yeah, I was the proverbial jack of all trades, and these are just some of the things I've done over the years. So it goes back to probably when I was 15, 16 years old up until I had my last job. And my last job was 1994, 95, probably 94. So I haven't worked for anyone else for 24 years. I've worked from home for over 20 years, and I did a couple of years working out of an office. So you can see there are lots of different things. Nothing that you would say, oh, that made him a good Herbalife distributor. You know, there's nothing there that would say that. You'll see that some of the things are in black and some of the things are in red. The things in red, they were just businesses I did on my own. They were my own business, you know. So, I had that little mix and match between working for someone else and having my own business. And what I worked out, and it comes back to association, from the guy who I was running the marathon with and a couple of other mates. They had their own businesses when we left school. I went to work and I could see I was never going to get what I wanted. And so I ended up managing a hotel when I was 21. When I was 22, that guy was running the marathon with and another mate, we bought a pub together. So they had their business. I managed the pub. So I ran the pub and was a part owner. Then I bought them out and I owned the pub. So by the time I was 22, I was literally running my own business, a pub. So, took on the responsibility, a bit like Herbalife. So when I came into Herbalife, business made sense to me. This business actually, the concept of the multi-level didn't make sense, but the concept of business made sense. So, guys, from that hotel, I worked hard. I started investing. I bought properties. I did a few things. I was prepared to take risks, calculated. Everything was calculated. I had a goal and a plan. And I bought that house you can see there. I paid cash for it when I was 26. It was 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. And the picture underneath it is the view from that house. So I was right on the ocean, just out of Perth, about 75k south of Perth, a place called Mandurah, magic place. And I was set for life when I was 26. What I didn't have was any personal development. I hadn't had that personal development thing happening. And I lost that home. I lost the business that I'd started, which was an Iceworks. I lost the cars. Everything went. So, it took me 4 years to build it up. And, that house was probably worth 3 normal houses and I paid cash for it. So, I was in a really good spot. And then just one little decision, big impact, lost everything. And, went from a beautiful home that I owned to a caravan, with 2 little kids. I had 2 little kids by that stage. So it was at the point that I was losing my home that I found Herbalife. I was looking for a way to try and save my house. I never did. I really didn't. But when I found Herbalife, I was set up really well on the products. I trimmed 9 kilos. And to this day, before I went away to the carnival last week, I jumped on the scales. I was 72.8 or 72.9 kilos. So I'm still, I sit around that 72.5, 73.5 kilos to this day, 30 years later. So, you can maintain, you can get all the way down and then maintain it. It was great for energy, great for sports. I didn't grasp the concept of multi-level marketing, the method of marketing. I understood buy rum, sell rum, buy beer, sell beer, make ice, sell ice. So I understood those sorts of things. I just didn't understand this business. So when I did become active in the business, which was a couple of years down the track, so I wasn't fast starting. I got off to a really slow start and I built an unbalanced business. And by unbalanced, I mean it was very retail oriented. And at that point, we didn't mix our retail and our recruiting. That was like our apples and our oranges, and we never blended them. I was too smart. I thought I knew better than the system. I didn't listen. I did my own thing. I complicated things. I did all the wrong things. And I watched great skilled people zoom past me. I really did. And I'm going, what am I doing wrong? What's happening? But what I also saw was lots of those people left the business. I've seen, Get Team and Millionaire Team and President's Team leave the business. And I scratch my head and I go, why? I'm a probably world team or active world team. They've whizzed past me and then they're gone. But the question I had was, what were my options? And if you look back at that list of skills that I'd had by that stage of my life, there was nothing there I wanted to go back to. So that's really where I came from, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you really upfront our business. And everything we do is around this slide and the next slide. So if you're going to take notes, this is a really good one. And the next one is a really good one to take notes. So guys, our business is really simple. So if you just want to make that part-time, a bit of extra income around your family, around school, your studies, your retirement, a business, a job, whatever it is, we only do 2 things. We use the Herbalife nutrition and our philosophy of 80-20-100 to get in the best shape of our lives. We build that foundation for our business. And we build a client base to the level of income we're looking for each week. If you want an extra $500, have 5 people buying a healthy breakfast pack a week. At retail, there's $500 a week. So just build your client base to that point. Get to supervisor, build your client base to the level of income. Just like a hairdresser, the local lawnmower man, Jim's carpet cleaning, whatever it is, exactly the same. If you want to create a career level income or financial freedom, we do three things. And the first two are exactly the same. The third thing we do is every day we find, recruit, and teach other health coaches, teach other people the same two things if they want to build a part-time business, or teach them these three things if they want to build a part-time business. Financial freedom business, a royalty-based business. So guys, as you can see, it's really simple. As we know from the incomes and the lifestyles that people create in Herbalife, the simplicity of this is very powerful. So this slide talks about our whole business. Everything that we do, including this call, is designed to help us do 1, 2, or 3 a little bit better. All the trainings we go to, the spectaculars, they're all designed to make us get us to do these three things. So really understand the simplicity. If you get lost anywhere, come back to this slide, guys. Come back to this concept. So guys, your personal product result is the foundation. That's what keeps your business stable and growing. It keeps you're confident. You have confidence in the products. No one can test me on the nutrition products. They can try. They're not going to chip my armor because I've been using the products that long and I've had such incredible results over a period of time. And my question to someone who chips me, how long have you used them for? Generally 0. So they don't know. They're coming from their opinion. Whereas I just go, I've been using it for 30 years. This is what happened to me. You can say whatever you like. If I'm not trying to recruit the guy, I'm trying to recruit the guy. I'll say, get on it, and let's see what can happen for you. The other thing it does, it helps you really develop that passion. I'm 60, so I'm not the most excitable guy, but I'm a passionate guy when it comes to Herbalife. I've got that, it's burning on the inside. So, and the excitement to get up and go to work every day when you don't have to go to work. Does Jared have to be at work today? No. Why does he do it? Yeah, he's excited to be able to go out and help more people. So guys, if there's something that isn't quite right with your health, work on it. Whether it's your energy, your weight, trimming that size, toning up, sports performance, your skin, whatever it happens to be, your health, whatever it is, just really work on it using that 80-20-100 philosophy to get in the best shape of your life. And then guys, be the brand, really, and I got this from Jared's downline, wear your result. I got that off Quentin, wear your result. So be the brand, wear your result. Let people know what you're doing. So brand yourself, but, be attractive in that you're in the people looking at how do you stay in such great shape, or what are you doing to change at the moment if you're in motion. And so just really brand yourself, guys. That way people at least know what you're doing. You don't have to say a word when you're branded. It could be just 24 on your sleeve. That's enough, and then we talk to people. So we engage and we invite people. And there's lots of different ways that we have opportunities to have conversations with people. Some people could just start up a conversation in the street. They could start up a conversation in a cafe or a shop or a pub or something like that. Fantastic. If you're one of those people, do that and just have a conversation. Does it have to turn to Herbalife every time? No, it doesn't. But if it turns to health or energy or income or something, dissatisfaction on some level, there's an opportunity for you then to move the conversation just in that direction. You don't have to get someone on the products immediately. Sometimes you're better off just to be like the fisherman rather than the hunter. Just throw a bit of burley out, let them come to you, okay? And these are just some of the ways that we can engage and invite. Be a product of the product, using your products, obviously, business launches and shake parties, body transformation challenges, weight loss challenges, wellness evaluation. Social media is obviously one of the bigger ones now of using attraction. So whatever you do, that's our use, wear, talk. That's been around since day one. The methods that we use are slightly different. And yes, I've seen a lot of things come and a lot of things go, but get with the things that are working around your community at the moment and do the same. if you've got an idea, keep doing all the things you're doing. Add your little idea in separate. Don't just turn away and do something totally different to everyone else. Because what you do may be good for you, but if it's not duplicatable, you won't build a royalty-driven business. Because that's about about duplicating. Another thing, guys, is really know your stories. Okay, so developing your personal story and learning other stories is a real key in this business, because we're highly paid storytellers. So, our job is just to share our story and relevant stories. So a couple of little tips there: learn the Herbalife story. And there's a great, I picked up a YouTube, Mark Hughes YouTube, where Mark told his story. It came from Mark Hughes. It wasn't someone else secondhand. It was Mark telling the story. So they're out there on YouTube, guys. Just go find it. Listen to Mark tell the Herbalife story, because it's pretty incredible. You don't have to repeat or regurgitate that. Just know it for your own benefit, okay? And guys, develop not only your product story, like with your before and after, documenting all the way, but develop your business story. So, how long did it take you to get to supervisor? What was your income in your first month, or your first sale, whatever that happens to be? Know what your income is. I say, people say, oh, I average about. Well, average about says nothing to me. It's a bit of fluff, and it could be, I averaged about that about a year ago. Whereas if you can stand up and say, hey, last month I made $445 working from home around the kids, powerful story. So, document your sales, each sale that you make, when you're servicing your clients, and then the Herbalife income that comes in once a month, add those together and have that every month. When I was in business, I knew when I had my pub, I knew how much came out of every till every day. Every till, every day, it was documented. We get into Herbalife, someone makes a sale. They don't document it. They don't document, who it is, whether it was retail, whether it was maybe a wholesale, or, and what the profit was. So work out your profit on each sale and put it in a cash receipts book, or if you're old school, a cash receipts book. If you're up to date, put it in there'll be some way, some way of doing it. Excel spreadsheet even, and just have your profit from each sale. So at the end of the month, you just add that column up, and you know exactly what your profit is. And it doesn't matter whether it's $100 or $5,000. If you know it and you can validate it, it's powerful. Because if someone picks you up, well, that's not true. You go, oh, hang on, I'll have a look here. I'll just look through my computer. Here it is, right here. But it also makes you very powerful telling your story. You also know where you're going in business, because it is a business. If you're not doing that, you're treating it more like a hobby than a business. If you don't know your income and your profit, that's a real worry for a business person if you're looking to build that royalty-based income. And I'm really talking about here today I'm going to focus a little bit on building that royalty-based income, because it's the royalty that gives you freedom. So I was never looking for royalty. I was looking for freedom. I had the house when I was young. I was free from mortgage. I was free. Then I could get some sort of business where I could, work hard 6 months of the year, surf 6 months of the year. That was what I wanted. That level of freedom, or element of freedom, and found Herbalife. Found the perfect business for us. So guys, in each area of our life, family, spiritual, Herbalife, whatever it is, the different areas of your life, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly activity needs to be in line with your goals. So we're assuming that you have some goals. So, if your goals in life are, to be able to put your kids in private school, or to own your own home outright and have a couple of maybe investment properties or something like that, your activity to get there needs to be in line with that. You can't just have a goal and then not do the work. The universe won't reward that. The universe got a fantastic sense of humor. It'll sort of give you a little bit of a head start, then it'll just knock you over, a bit like it did to me, So, you need to, your activity needs to be in line with your goals. And you'll hear this a lot. And this really is what changed my business from that part-time $1,000 a month to enough so I didn't have to go back to work, that $2,500, $3,000 a month. And I'm going back 25 years now, where I just didn't have to go back to work. It wasn't great money, but I didn't have to go back to work. And what is a 90-day plan? It's a one-day plan of action to talk to people. So some of those things are proactive, you're going out and doing them to talk to people. Some are reactive. It might be ads or flyers or putting something out to get people to come back to you. So what we call DMOs, daily methods of operation. It's repeated for 90 days, right? Engaged. It's documented. So you want to document your activity. I was going to do, and at the end of the day, the whole goal of the plan of action is to speak to 10 people a day. Mark Hughes 101, talk to 10 people a day. If you talk to 10 new people, not old, not follow-ups or anything, 10 new people, and you get to the point where you can say, are you serious about losing weight? How much weight would you like to lose? What have you tried before? Why didn't that work for you? Let me tell you about. Would you be interested in having a free wellness evaluation? That's one person. Whether they say yes or no doesn't matter. That's a person. Or if you're talking business, what have you tried before? Why didn't it work? Are you serious? If I could show you a way to earn an extra $500 to $1,500 a month without affecting what you're currently doing, would you be interested in coming along and taking a look? Yes or no doesn't matter. But if you've asked them to a presentation, that's talking to someone, and a percentage of those people will come. And you can't do it enough times. My suggestion is go out and talk to 10 people and try and get 10 no's. Actually, don't try and get 10 no's. Go out there to see if you can get 10 no's. Don't have to try. Just see if you can. Because I'll tell you, it'll be difficult because someone's going to go, yeah, actually, I do want to lose weight. Or, yeah, I do want to make some extra money. And so that's why I say find your Herbalife. Pick 4 active methods you can go to work with and go to work for 90 days at a time. Why do we have 4 active methods? It's like a table. See the table there? It's on 4 legs, isn't it? Imagine if you took one of those legs off. All of a sudden, you're not doing social media. The table's a little bit wonky. You take off a second leg. Not doing wellness evaluations anymore. All of a sudden, it's an unstable table, exactly like your business. So if you've got enough activities going, your business will be strong. So if something doesn't work, you may be doing flyers and it rains. Doesn't matter because you've got all the other activities of bringing people. So it makes your business very stable. And why 90 days? You spend 30 days building momentum. And I can tell you in my first 30 days, I probably made 4 sales extra. My second 30 days, about halfway through the second 30 days, the whole thing kicked in. It went crazy and it hasn't stopped since. And then the last 30 days really advancing that momentum. So you're building, you're sustaining, and then you're really advancing that momentum. And guys, momentum is a really important word in our business because ours is a momentum business. You've either got momentum going forwards or you've got momentum going backwards. You're never stopped. So make sure you've got momentum going forwards. And Australia has momentum, so really take advantage of that. And then just do it over and over and over again. Do 90-day plans until you get what you want, get where you want to. So guys, when we're building, we just build 3 groups. We build our consumer group, people who want to use the products for the product's sake, whether they're retail or whether they're wholesale VIPs buying directly from the warehouse, no problem. We love them both. Our part-time health coaches, people who just want to make that extra income, really, really important part of the Herbalife mission, okay? And then we have our business builders. These are people who want to build a royalty-based income. They're looking for that level of freedom, okay? I'm just going to give you some simple numbers. These are just a guideline, and I'm certainly plus, whatever these are, plus. You want to have at least 20 to 30 lifelong clients. You want to have 15 to 20 part-time health coaches just working away at their own level. Some will be supervisors, some will be, success builders or qualified producers or senior consultants. And then you want to have 5+ business builders. These are the people who want to build a business. And if you want to build a business, guys, you really have to recruit first line. You're going to hear that every training you go to at any high level, recruit first line. And there's a reason why you keep hearing it. Because your volume follows recruiting, and we'll cover that a little bit in a minute. But you need to recruit first lines. Very, very, very important. So a couple of little questions to ask yourself. What sort of business do you want to build? Is it just a part-time income, extra income business, or is it a royalty-driven business? What will it look like? Start to picture a structure of, you're going to have, I'm now a chairman's club, so I'm going to have 5 presidents team, and I'm going to have so many millionaire team, whatever. Or I'm going to be a millionaire team, which means I need 4 global expansion team and 8 active world team. And start to picture what that will look like, so you can find the people to fill those spots. What do I need to learn? What do I need to teach? Who do I have to become? Because it's who you become. Your growth in your business is almost a byproduct of your personal growth. What activities required? Is it simple? Can I teach it? And am I committed for the entire journey? So I've seen lots of people not committed for the entire journey. Make sure you're committed all the way. And I love working with women because they seem to have a really strong commitment levels, when they commit to something. Guys, if you're looking for that career level financial income or financial freedom, you want to build that group of 20 to 30 lifelong customers, attract and recruit the 10 to 15 plus health coaches, find, recruit and develop 5+ key leaders. Now, a key leader is determined not by their words, but by their actions. And if you find someone who is starting to look like being a leader, don't baby them. Make sure they're independent. They take responsibility for their business. You don't have to say all the time, "Hey, you're going to the training, you're going to the training." They're buying their ticket before you and they're posting it for their team. So don't baby independent people. If someone's not independent, they want to be a leader, start to educate them that they're going to need some skills of leadership and responsibility if they want to be a leader. They can't, if they want you to do everything, they're not your leaders. So, really get people to stand up on their own 2 feet and plug them into the cycle of success. The invitation, presentation, into activation or registration, activation, into your webinars, your STSs, your kickoffs, the spectacular, the extravaganza, that cycle of success into whatever. For your key guys, they can't cherry pick the cycle of success. They need to use the whole cycle of success. If you've got someone who wants to be a key person, they say, "I'm not going to this spectacular." They're not one of your key people right now. They may become that, but they aren't right now because it's determined by their actions. Little recruiting goal, guys. Obviously, you want to attract that inquiry. That's with your 90-day plan. Recruit 4 to 5 people each month, front line each month. Okay? And these are people who this is not people who just want the products cheaper. This is, you're actively recruiting people who want to generate some extra income part-time, or they want to build a business. And people can change between the groups. You might have someone who they come in as a business builder and end up just being a product lover, no problem. And vice versa, they can change. But actively look for those people who want to be a business builder or earn that extra income. Teach them how to do what we do. Tap them into the trainings. A bit like tonight, Jared's smart. He just goes, "Thorsy, we do a training for my team." Yeah, he's smarter than he looks. Because what happens is Jared, so take Jared as the example here. Jared is getting people in his team trained by someone else. Focus is off Jared. He can sit back, go, "Yeah, I'm going to say some things he doesn't want you to hear, some things he loves, no problem, but you guys are going to listen to me probably a little bit more because it's not Jared, and you're going to hear things that he said to you, but you're going to hear them in a different way, and you're going to go, 'Oh, that makes sense, I'll do that.' And so tap people into the training structure and don't make yourself the issue. And they'll learn from all the people around. So that's why we use the training structure. And then, so teach them how to do what we do, including the whole training structure, and tap people into that training structure. And then have 2 to 4 members building to become supervisor each month. So they might be accumulating their way there in 3 to 12 months. They might be using the 2-month method, the 1-month method. It doesn't matter. If you've got 2 to 4 people starting that process every month, you will qualify for everything. Enroll them in the cycle of success and focus on developing that leadership team of 5 key people. Here's the key bit: who are prepared to work their butt off for the next 3 to 5 years to achieve freedom. Why do we recruit? Because volume follows recruiting. Let me say that again. Volume follows recruiting. If you're actively bringing people in, your personal volume is going to grow as they order from the warehouse, as senior consultants, success builders, qualified producers, to service their clients, plus your clients and your personal product. Your personal volume will grow. As those people become supervisors, if you keep recruiting, keeping your personal volume up, some of those are going to drop into supervisor, and your organizational volume will grow. So if your business isn't growing in volume, and volume is just really people consuming products, but if it's not growing, it just means you don't have enough people coming into your business. That's all it is. It's a numbers game. It's you'll hear them say it, and I'm going to then put it back into simple terms. If you want more orange juice, if you're squeezing oranges and you want more orange juice, you can't go back and just squeeze the ones you've already squeezed to get a little bit more out of them. You've got to get some more oranges. In Herbalife, people are going to do what they do. All right? If you want to have more, you have to bring in more people, just like bringing in more oranges if you want more orange juice. There is no magic, guys. That's just is what it is. I heard that, by the way, and I ignored that a million times. And that was one of the things I ignored and one of the mistakes I made. You just got to keep bringing people in. So, guys, as you develop your 5 leaders who want a business and they each develop their 5 leaders, your team is going to start to grow. And it will grow. Nothing is ever uniform. They're going to pop in everywhere, all over the place. But if you have a look at this little example here, it's you. We have 5 people that you've recruited, 5 key people who want to build a business, and they each have their 5, okay? You got 30 people here actively building a business, 30 supervisors. If you have 30 active supervisors, let me repeat that, 30 active supervisor. What's an active supervisor? Someone who continually does 2,500 volume points minimum a month. We've got 30 by 2.5. That's 75,000 volume. You're this far off millionaire team. This far off millionaire team. 5 who get 5. Now, we get paid on 3 levels. I can tell you right now, the 3rd level will kick you into millionaire team. So see this simple little thing in front of you? It looks really simple. It's not a bad, we talked about what's the structure of your business going to look like. Maybe that's not a bad one to have. For someone like Quentin, that would be limiting for Quentin. Out of this world for some of the people in Australia, wherever you're at, no problem. And each of these people, what are they doing? They're building 20 to 30 plus consumers, 10 to 15 health coaches. Gee, it's repetitive, isn't it? I might have a drink, but you guys get over the repetitiveness. Guys, personal growth. If there was one thing that turned my business around, it was personal growth, personal development, and then put personal development in action. The learning in action. I didn't just learn and leave it in my head. I put it into practice daily. Smiling. Just smile at someone down the street. Pick up a little bit of litter off the street as you're walking down. Just put it in the bin. Personal growth, personal development is not the big stuff. It's the little stuff that you do. just holding your temper. It could be something as simple as that. So if it's true, and it says here, if your income really exceeds your personal growth, and I've heard that a lot, is true, then it makes sense that you should work more on yourself than you do on your business. Once again, a concept I resisted for a long time until I let go and just went with it, made a massive difference. So guys, immerse yourself in the teachings of Mark Hughes and Jim Rohn. Hop on YouTube and just follow Mark Hughes and Jim Rohn. They're incredible. You can pick them obviously off HBN, the Herbalife Broadcast Network. Just go to myherbalife.com.au. Down the bottom, it's got all the quick links to so many different places we can go and, websites we can go to. HBN's one of them. Leaders and readers, make sure you just do something every day. It doesn't have to be massive, but do something every day so you're learning, and then put it into practice. And as I said there, and I've said it earlier, success in Herbalife is a byproduct of the person you become. So don't underestimate this, guys. Don't shun, turn it off. Just do it and watch how the universe works. The universe has got an amazing sense of humor. The universe will test you. You will be tested, guys. You will absolutely be tested. And, the universe is going to want to know, does she really want it? Let's just make sure this goal that she's got there, that she's getting close to. Generally, when you're getting close to something is when you're going to be tested the most. Now, if you're going for global expansion team, you're going to be tested. You're going to have that, maybe just get that first month and the second month and the third month, you go, no, what's going on? It's not happening. You're going to have to go to work. The universe wants to make sure that you really want it. And it's going to throw some hurdles in your way, in that third month, or, situations like that. So guys, if you're the frog in the stork's mouth, guys, never give up. Find a way to keep going. The universe will love that. Loves action. Absolutely loves action, guys. So just be really aware that you will be tested. So don't quit. They're the times where you've just got to hang in there and go, Thorsy told me, Jared told me, I heard George Knight, or I heard Robbie Walsh, or Christy Walsh, or Joanna Guina. I heard someone say never ever quit. The time you hang in there, and when it comes out the other end, let me tell you guys, it is worth it. I had one of the slowest journeys ever to Millionaire Team. But I made money from my very first 90-day plan. I made money from my first week in business, and I made career level income from my first 90-day plan. So I made money from the very beginning, but it was a slow journey past there. Now, when it's a slow journey and you're making $10,000 a month, at Get Team, it's okay. It's hard work, but it's okay. When you get to the Millionaire Team, I can tell you, it's okay. All the pain past is now worth it. So you'll be tested, but it will be worth it, guys. So really, really, really stick with it. Couple of things I'm just going to talk about is goals. So these are a few of the things that were on my goals list. Running a marathon ended up on my goals list. So, I've now run 5 full marathons and a picture of me finishing one. Playing representative touch footy, because I played representative touch footy back in the 80s when I was in my 20s. I didn't till I was in my 40s. I was away from towns where there was touch and never played. So I want to get back into representative touch. And so 2010, 2013, I got to play for the Aussies, the over 50 side. This weekend just gone, I've just played for Queensland in the over 55s in the state of origin. So, it was on my goals list. These are my 2 kids, Shana and my daughter. I got to travel with Shana. That's us on a cruise, 9-day cruise, which was absolutely fantastic to spend that time with my daughter. This is my son, Nash. This was us. We're in Rajasthan, in India. We got around India for a few weeks together, which is that was on my goals list to travel with my kids. They've been to Disneyland. They got all Disneyed out. Going for the Herbalife holiday was on my goals list. I missed so many of them, but it was on my goals list. And this one here was to Hawaii, to the Big Island a few years back. And with an incredible, it's the experience not the holiday, but the experience you have with the people there that makes it invaluable. And this was, there's the five of us there went diving with the manta rays at night. It was just absolutely magnificent. So, you know, within the goals, you can have experiences quite incredible. I got to take my mum on a Herbie vacation. My mum there, she was 80 at the time. You know, I took my partner Vicky. She was in the Herbalife business, but at that time we were separate distributorships. We're one distributorship now, so she couldn't come on the holiday with me. So we did a holiday before the holiday. So we got to have our holiday around New Caledonia before the New Caledonian holiday. You know, I had a Ducati on my goals list. You know, write the list, get the pictures. Well, a Ducati was on my list. You know, that's my Ducati now. So, you know, having goals is really, really important. I'm going to come back to the goals, but major events, you know, like the Spectacular. I went to a lot of those and extravaganza on my own without a distributor. I don't know how many extravaganzas I did, you know, Japan and the US and all the different places we used to go to on my own. No one else, no distributors. I only had, for a long time, one supervisor kept me in business, one supervisor. But if they didn't go to the extravaganza with me, I was on my own, team-wise. And so I went to them on my own, and sometimes with one person. Yeah, then maybe two or three people. And then over the years, it just grew. This, I think, was about 2013, probably, 2012, 13, Spectacular. Started to get a little bit of traction. You know, there was things happening, you know, to the following year, a little bit bigger. So that's probably 14 or 15. And then this one here was maybe 15 or 16, 2015 or 16. It grew. And then 17 was a great photo. 2018, there were too many of them. They were too spread out. You couldn't get them together for a photo. So, you know, it can grow. So this is, you know, and it's bit by bit. So if you're going on your own, guys, hey, no problem. If you're going to the Spectacular with a few people, fantastic. Guys, if you want to build a royalty-based business, it's imperative that you have a ticket. There's no other way to say it. You can't come out of there the same person. You'll either be in business or out of business. You cannot come out the same person. I'm going to give you a little bit of Jim Rohn on numbers here. They say take people with you because that's the key. The key to building a business is taking people to the Spectacular with you. You could go and actively work and take, you know, find 10 people first line to take with you. And that would be incredible. What's probably more powerful would be if you went out there and found 5 people and helped those 5 take 3. Because now you're taking 20 people with you, 5 front line, 15 second line, and your front line now have people, they're excited. So, you know, go find those, whatever the number is for you. I mean, whatever your number is that you've decided you want to take front line, take them now, but work with those guys so they're taking people with them. And watch what happens. For every person, every supervisor you take to this, within 90 days, you can expect your royalty income to have grown by $500 to $1,000. Let me say that again. For every supervisor you take to a major event like a Spectacular or an extravaganza, your income will grow by $500 to $1,000 within 90 days. So guys, go find your 5, help them take their 3. Guys, little goals thing. You know, I sat in a goals workshop, my sponsor, Mark Paulson. I came out of that workshop. I cut this out of a magazine, right? And I just put it up on the fridge on the magnet and said, I'd love to live in a place like this. So this was on the fridge for 18 months. 18 months later, the bottom picture is the picture from a unit I bought. So there's the original picture. Here's the picture from the unit. So have a look at this block of units just here. Block of units is right there. Yeah, this unit here is right here. So it is so close. It was taken from probably 4 or 5 doors away, the photo. That's how close the universe is when it wants to. And we took the photo to upgrade the ferry. And guys, I not only did it once, but I walked over this block of land in Coolum and thought, this is where I want to live, at a place like this. But by the way, I'm going to come back to be careful with your words. This is the view from the veranda on a previous home. Have a look at the bay here. Does it look a bit familiar? The little unit block down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Bit familiar? And in this picture, the bottom picture, see where the cursor is? There's a little block of land just here, a bit of grass. Well, that's this block of land that I was standing on. So I was literally just up behind that where I actually, the goal, my screensaver, to the property I lived in. By the way, I lived in that house, never bought it. So I should have maybe changed my words a little. I'd love to own a home in a place like that rather than just live there, because I lived there for 3 years. And then the owner wanted to sell it, so I got shipped out. So be very careful with your words. The universe is very specific. And guys, I've got to have lots of fun. I've traveled the world. I've been to the Herbalife office. The bottom picture was in Cancun with, mental blank on the picture, our special guest, Enrique. Vicky and I got to, quality time with Enrique because everyone else had gone, and there was just us left in the bar. So we had a drink, and he sat and chatted with us for about half an hour. He was a great guy. PD, guys, Power versus Force is just one of the books I've read, probably one of the most powerful books I've ever read. Wasn't an easy book to read, but I've read it now 5 times, and I love it. It changed the way I thought. So that was one of those very, very powerful books. So, I'll just sit down with a thermo and my water, or a cup of tea and my water, and read. So, a few closing thoughts, and then I'm just going to open it up to any questions you guys may have. So, guys, be nice. You find only nice people last in Herbalife. If someone's not nice, they don't last long around us. They don't get us. Set your goals. Really, really important. You're working towards things you want for your life. Yes, using the Herbalife promotions and everything, but it's to ultimately to have what you want in your life. Go to work. It's called work. Don't expect that. You've seen people become successful and they didn't work. They've all worked. They've all had their challenges. Talk to lots of people every day. Beautiful thing. There are lots of people out there who need the Herbalife opportunity and need the Herbalife nutrition. It's really how you feel about things. So make sure that you feel good about what you do. It's about feeling, and people will pick up on that feeling. Make sure your words and your feelings are aligned. Your words and your mission are aligned. Your how you feel and what you do every day is aligned. Don't be doing things you don't want to do, things you hate, because it's almost like when a radio is not in tune. It's that white noise. Give fantastic service. Have fun every day, guys. Keep balance in your life, and especially if you're a mum, you'll know the balance changes daily. School holidays, kids are at school, whatever it happens to be. Most importantly, guys, absolutely be yourself. So I'm going to just sort of wrap up what I've got to share there. As I said to Jared, I'm really happy to answer any questions. So if you guys got any questions, love to answer them, and maybe throw another perspective. If not, guys, thanks very much. See you at the Spectacular. Have a fun time, Jared. I'm looking forward to catching up on the weekend.
Absolutely, mate. You'll be probably second to the bar, and I'll be first. So we'll have a chat there. But, mate, I've got some questions to open up just while there, and the guys might just possibly type them through, and then maybe I can
put their hand up and ask. Mate, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hear their voices.
Cool. If anyone's got a question, I don't know, you put your hand up on a computer, but maybe just type in unmute me and I'll unmute you. Mate, in Herbalife, there's one thing one characteristic from a personal, like something that no one else, an internal factor, that's consistency, that I feel like everyone that succeeds has, or at least for a period of time, right? So what would your tips be for being consistent? Because you mentioned the 90-day plans, and just like, I know I used to talk to, I think Justin Charles used to say, I've started 7 90-day plans and I haven't got past a week or something before he actually finished one. So what are your tips for just being consistent?
Okay. Well, and it's consistent. It's consistent about being consistent.
Yeah.
Be persistent with your consistency. And you're correct. Consistency is so, so important. Mine was made really easy for me to be consistent with my 90-day plan because I'd gone to work in my sponsor's office. He had an office going way, way back. And I worked in there, and it was just an open office, and we all just had desks around the outside and then the meetings in the middle. And one day I'm wandering around, he goes, "What are you doing, Thorsy?" I go, "I don't know. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I did not know. I'd been part-time and I had a clean house and the car was always clean and the lawn was mowed, the food was, everything was done except I'd never spoken to anyone. I had a few clients, but I didn't know." So he goes, "I'm working in the office. I didn't know what to do. It was very evident. I was just roaming around." And he just says, "Get a book and come in here." And he sat me down, made me sit down with my journal, and he showed me, rule it across here, 1 to 31. So that's the 31 days of the month. Go down here, and he gave me a list of jobs. And back then, we're talking in the 90s, so there was no computers or social media, or they used things, faxes. Probably some of you have never heard of them, fax. And he'd say, 250 flyers for business, 250 flyers for recruiting, 3 recruiting ads a week, 3 retail ads a week, 5 surveys a day, and we'd have a list of things to do. And then it was ruled across, and so each day, was day one, you just tick 250 flyers, tick, the other 250 flyers, tick, 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 tick. No crosses, you couldn't get it wrong, just put a dash if you didn't do it. And so I did that and put it up above my desk. And so we'd have a meeting, and Mark was my sponsor. People would walk in and he'd do his training. He took 90-day plan. And he would just, at the front of the room, he'd just point to my 90-day plan and go, "Thorsy, he's doing a 90-day plan. Look at it up here." So then what happened, every time someone walked into the room, they walked straight to my 90-day plan to have a look.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And so I had to be consistent because I had so many people watching. So I think from that is, don't be secretive in your 90-day plan. Report to your sponsor. If you're at home, report to your sponsor. If you're working out of a lifestyle centre, put your 90-day plan up where people can see it, where other people can see it, and just go home and do a 90-day plan. Because all of a sudden, you pull it down or you don't do things, people start to notice. And what that did was made me just made me go and do the work until I became consistent, until it became normal. And all of a sudden going out there and doing my 5 surveys and my 250 flies here, there, bang, bang, bang. It was all over in 2 or 3 hours anyway. I could spend the rest of the day doing what I like. By the way, the work we do, you can get it all done in a couple of hours. You don't have to spend 8 hours doing the work. It's a couple of hours of intense work with things to bring in brand new inquiry. That's our job. That's called work. Everything else is to support that work.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know the answer to that other than how I was made consistent. Or just, guys, you're going to achieve your goals. If you're excited by it, you don't need anyone else looking. Be excited by it. Make it a goal-driven business. Your goals, your personal goal-driven business.
Yeah.
And get up and just think, okay, my goals here. This is why I'm going to do these things today.
Yeah.
If you have it, maybe, I can see we got women on the call. If you've got kids, obviously I've seen, I came from a single parent family. I've seen what a mother will do for her children, so, do it for yourselves first, but also, that down the track, your children are going to benefit from this.
Yeah, cool. So it sounds like an accountability buddy or group and
Accountability.
goals.
That's the word I probably couldn't find. That was my long way of saying accountability. Yeah. But more than just an accountability buddy, a group.
Group accountability squad. So Meg's got a question, mate. I'll just unmute her now. Meg, you there?
Hey Thorsy.
Hey, Meg.
I just had a question. So you said that you had a relatively slow start to your business. What would you say, like if you were to go back and do it again, what would you change in those early years?
Beautiful. I was set up really well in the products. I think they were trying to set me up in the business. I just didn't grasp that they were. So the one thing I know I did wrong, they wanted me to just to get a few of my friends together and come and have a chat. And, I lived in that house on the ocean. It was an easy thing to do. Put a few beers on a Saturday afternoon, invite them around. That'll come for a free beer and just bring in the sponsor to talk about my new business. I never did that. I tried to do it on my own rather than bringing someone else who was credible into the business. See, I was in the process of losing everything, so that didn't make me very credible when we're talking about going into a new business. So bring someone else in who can answer the questions, who can take the flak, who's strong enough that they can say something. Oh, hang on just a minute. They know how to answer the question. So use other people. Use your sponsor if that's that person, but find somebody, even if you have to go up 2 or 3 or 4 people, find someone and let the people around you know. If there's a key, that was the thing I didn't do. I didn't get someone else to let the people around me know.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. Any others, guys?
Still muted. Any other questions, guys? Or what I can do as well, Thoars, if the guys have a questions, I'll probably put this in our royalty. It's a closed group for our leaders to watch if they had to work tonight or something like that. And if there's any questions in hindsight, they can just write in the comments and I'll just pass it on and I'll copy and paste your answers in. What do you reckon?
Yep. Yep.
But they're all just saying you're amazing, which we knew going in.
Yeah, I don't think so. Right. Now let me find the stop share. New share. Can you stop share me now?
Yeah.
I was going to go new share. No.
Oh, there we go. Did that stop you?
I have no idea.
I don't know what I'm doing, mate. You're the boss here, not me. Here we go.
You don't.
Yeah.
The other thing is you don't have to be a genius to be a Herbalife distributor. It's not rocket science. It's nutritional science. Yeah.
Between the two of us, we'll figure it out, mate.
Yeah. We'll have a crack at it. Yeah.
Mate, I just want to, on behalf of the guys, I just want to say thank you so much for spending your time with us and sharing your experiences. That was amazing. And we'll definitely hit you up for another favour down the track a little bit to re-hit those points because they were amazing.
Absolutely pleasure to be invited on. Hey, now whereabouts are you guys? Where are you spread?
Generally, who's on this call? Yeah, generally we're in either Albury or Wangaratta. I think you done both on that tour with me.
I don't think I did Wangaratta. I certainly did Albury.
Yeah, we definitely did Albury.
Yeah, I don't think we did Wangaratta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic. Okay, guys, have an awesome one. Take care. Thank you. There's a chat there. I'm going to have a little read of the chat. I'm good. Amazing. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.